How you guys doing today? This is Derek Howes with dhfdns.com, and today we're going to make some protein black bean brownies. Now this recipe is really high in fiber and protein, so let me show you guys how to make it. So now in order to make this recipe, you're going to either need a food processor or a blender. I'm using a food processor. We're just going to put all of our ingredients into that. The first ingredient we're going to put in is 20 grams or 1/4 cup of old-fashioned rolled oats. Now if you don't have a food processor, I'll post a link to the one I'm using down below. It's a great investment for your kitchen and they last forever. 30 grams or around 1 scoop of protein powder. It doesn't matter whether you use chocolate or vanilla. And it also doesn't matter whether you use casein, soy, egg, or like I'm using whey protein. You can also use natural flavored protein as well. 1/4 a teaspoon of salt, 1/2 teaspoon of ground cinnamon, 1 teaspoon of pure vanilla extract, 20 grams or 4 tablespoons of cocoa powder, which is also around 1/4 cup. Now a lot of people think this cocoa is filled with sugar. It's actually not filled with any sugar at all, and there's 2 grams of fiber per serving. 3 large eggs, 61 grams or 1/4 cup of unsweetened applesauce. As I've said before, unsweetened applesauce is a great substitute for butter or oil in a recipe. 1/4 cup of sweetener, 32 grams or around 3 tablespoons of extra virgin coconut oil. And last but not least, 15 ounces of drained and rinsed black beans, which is around 425 grams or so. And now just go ahead and blend or process all of your ingredients together. Go ahead and preheat your oven on 350 now, and then take out an 8x8 or 9x7 baking dish. Take some non-stick cooking spray and layer your baking dish with it. And now just take your mix and put it into your oven-safe baking dish. And the last thing I like to do, this is completely optional, is take some dark chocolate chips and press them into the top of it. I use around 2 tablespoons of chocolate chips. And now we're just going to throw it in the oven on 350 for around 25 to 30 minutes. After around 25 minutes or so, they are starting to look done, so we're just going to go ahead and take them out now. And there are your protein black bean brownies. So as you guys saw, the brownies are done. Now I'm just going to go ahead and try one for you. They're really heavy and dense, so you can tell they're going to be filling. Extremely moist. Really chocolatey. You would not expect that these would be made out of black beans for the most part. As I always say, absolutely delicious. If you don't want them as moist, they're almost fudgy like. You could throw some more rolled oats, maybe 1/4 cup more. As for a tip in this recipe, as you guys saw, I put chocolate chips on it. You can put nuts, white chocolate chips, peanut butter chips, whatever you want on top or inside of it, and it'll taste that much better. Just remember to factor the calories into the whole recipe. So another thing I thought I should tell you guys is, although this recipe is high in saturated fat from the coconut oil and saturated fat are extremely beneficial to you. The media and people in general may have made you think that saturated fat is bad and is what is making you fat. Saturated fat is actually really beneficial to your body, not only just your body, but your hormones and everything else. So don't stay away from saturated fat, eat saturated fat, and eat this recipe. Alright guys, I just want to thank you for watching. If you liked my protein black bean brownies, please go ahead and give me a thumbs up. It motivates me to keep making these. If you haven't already subscribed, you can do so by clicking right around there on the screen coming up. And by subscribing, you'll get an email every week telling you I uploaded a new video. Comments or suggestions go down below. I do try and respond to everybody. Alright guys, I got some brownies to eat. Stay healthy.